Welcome, Capricorn, to your December 2022 reading. And happy birthday to all you Capricorns born in December. And not only happy birthday, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, guys and girls. This is a big month for everyone. Can you believe it's the end of another year? Now, Cappies, before I start, I just want to let everyone know that I am still offering my free mini reading for new subscribers. So if you have a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click the subscribe button, put new subscriber and ask your question if you have a question, or just say new subscriber, free mini reading please, or something like that, and I will shuffle my cards and give you that more in-depth mini reading. Now, if you are already a subscriber, you don't want to subscribe, but you've got a question, I'm also opening it up for everyone to ask a question as well. I will give you a short answer to your question, a yes or a no, or just whatever messages come through as I shuffle my cards and meditate on your question. But I am opening it up for everyone. But just remember, if you want that more in-depth reading because you've subscribed, make sure you put new subscriber so I can wait for your subscribership to click over, and I'll check out my list to see if you're on it, and I'll give you that new reading, that mini reading. Now, let's get into your reading. Wow, what a month for you, Capricorn. Now, out of the 8 tarot cards, I'm not including that last Gateway Oracle card, but out of the 8 tarot cards, 4 of them are cups. 3 of them are, the other 4, well, technically, the other 4, 3 are wands, and 1 is the Emperor, which is Aries, which is also technically a wand or a fire sign. So there's a lot of passion going on here for you in December. Very passionate, very emotional month. And I'll tell you what, Cappy, if some of you aren't getting married or falling in love or getting into a new relationship in December or very soon after, I don't know what's going on here, because you have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and you've got the marriage card, the Four of Wands. So for a lot of you, I feel like there is a marriage on the card here. Now, on the cards here for you. But I'll get into that. I'll go through each card as I get to it. I'm just looking at the overall messages coming through, and that is a big one for a lot of you. Now, you start out the month with the 7 of Wands. Now, the 7 of Wands is that card of a bit of a battle here that you've been involved in. Now, because it is about it is above the Emperor card, this could have something to do with your work. You might be involved in some sort of confrontation, a bit of a battle here, but really what the 7 of Wands says is stand your ground, Capricorn, stand your ground. And if it's important to you, stand your ground and fight the fight, because that's essentially what the 7 of Wands is saying. If it's not important to you, let it go. You know, you don't have to. But I feel like for a lot of you, just this 7 of Wands being right above the Emperor card, it's really asking you to boss up a little bit. The Emperor is the boss. He could be someone in your life. I say he, but that's because emperors are traditionally men, but this is a non-gender specific reading. This can relate to a woman or a man. And this is really asking you to boss up when it comes to something important in your life, and it could even have something to do with your love life, your relationships. You might be asked to take the lead here and be strong, come in fighting like an emperor would, take control of a particular situation. Wands, very passionate energy. This is fire energy here, so there could be a lot of passion involved in a bit of a struggle that you might be involved in. This can also just mean in your work. In general, not so much a confrontation or a conflict, but you're just bossing it up. You're really fighting. You're standing your ground when it comes to an issue, perhaps with your work or your career or something creative that you have been working on. But definitely feel like things are going to be working out, Capricorn, because you have that Page of Pentacles. That Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, all pages are messages or messengers, and the Page of Cups is wonderful news, wonderful messages coming through for you. Now, this could also represent a Pisces, a significant Pisces in your life, or this is a general reading, so this could be any water sign. This could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. But often these are messages of love. So for some of you, you might be getting beautiful, wonderful, emotional, loving messages. And if it's your birthday or even Christmas, this isn't a wonder. This could be just some beautiful messages that you are getting through for you, but this could also be love messages. And the fact that this card is right above the Knight of Wands, I'm getting it all wrong all over the place here. It's right above the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful energy. Now, often the Knights represent energy. So because this is Cups, this is a lot of emotion, a lot of loving kind of feelings around you. And you're being swept up in a lot of this as well. And you're looking at things from a loving, kind of gushy perspective as well. But often the Knight of Wands represents exactly what they talk about in the fairy tales, and that is your knight in shining armor riding in to save the day. Now, this could be a water sign, a Pisces here, a Scorpio, or a Cancer, but this could also be an Aries, simply because you have that Emperor right beside that. But this can also be a Leo. You've got the Queen of Wands as well. In fact, it could be any sign, any fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarian here coming in to really save the day, help you out, really give you a lot of loving emotional support. Now, don't get too hung up on the signs. When I talk about Leos, Pisces, and all of that kind of stuff, the cards talk about the character of the person more so than their star sign. So if you've got someone that's coming into your life that is really loving and kind, but they might be an air sign, this could be talking about them as well, because these our star sign is very limiting. Some people, you can meet two people that are Capricorn and they're completely different, and it has to do with your rising sign, your moon sign. I'm not an astrologer by any stretch of the imagination, but just from what I've learned over the years, it's more about the character. So you've got this wonderful, loving, caring, supportive, emotional, kind, powerful individual coming into your life, Capricorn. And you've got one of the happiest cards in the deck, and that is the you've got two of the happiest, you've got so many of the happiest cards in this reading, but you've got the 10 of Cups, and this is that happily ever after card. You've been struggling for so long, so many of you, and the 10 of Cups is just beautiful, loving energy. You've reached your dream. It's almost like a dream come true. Things that you have been wishing for and hoping for are coming to fruition for you in December, or certainly they're going to begin to come into your life in December. Things that you have truly been hoping for and wishing for, this is coming in. Now, that Queen of Wands, beautiful, powerful, warm energy, very strong energy. Now, often when we see these court cards showing up in a reading, they are asking us to take on a lot of the energy of this card, or they may be just saying that you are going to be taking on a lot of the characteristics in December. So you are going to be that Queen of Wands, the one that stands out in a crowd, that takes control of a situation, that is very loving and caring, but very powerful, can wield their wand in a powerful way and can control the situation. But I am seeing this energy of bossing up here. You are really taking control of your life, of your emotions, the world around you, you know. And I feel like this energy that's coming in is very stable, very secure, very strong energy. And if this person, this fire sign that's coming in for you, if they are not related to a love situation, they're going to bring a lot of stability into your life. And if they are, you know, someone that you do fall in love with, I feel like they will also be a very stable influence in your life. Very stable, very strong, very helpful, very powerful. Now, the Emperor card again, just to touch on that. Now, the Emperor card is that card that asks you really to get things in order, have a bit of structure in your life. Now, it's a very, fire and water here in December, very emotional, very fluid, very passionate energy, as I mentioned at the beginning of the reading. And the Emperor card really does say you need a bit of structure to maybe navigate through this situation as well, because when we're in this kind of very loving, emotional, passionate energy, it can make us feel a little bit out of control here. So just have some structure when it comes to anything, particularly this Seven of Wands energy, where we're having to perhaps stand our ground and fight off people who are wanting to not do you harm, but people that aren't working in your best interest here either. Boss up. That's what this is saying. Now, I just feel like you will have a lot of people around you in December as well. I mean, this could be to do with your birthday. It could be to do with Christmas as well. But I am feeling this potentially could have something to do with your work. So these could be work colleagues around you that are going to be very emotional, supporting, loving, helpful. They are going to come in and save the day as well. Now, that Knight of Cups I did touch on before. This is, again, you're feeling quite loving, quite emotional. You've got quite an open heart in December. You're wanting to give your emotions out. And the Knight of Cups, which is always, or in many decks described as that knight in shining armor that comes in, is running towards that Ace of Cups. Beautiful, loving, wonderful, emotional energy. This is a gift. Look at the card. You see the hand of God coming through the clouds with that cup of love, that cup of emotion just overflowing there, and they're presenting you with this wonderful gift. You're at the beginning of this wonderful new emotional experience, but it's everything that you've ever dreamed of as well. Now, for those of you that have no interest in being in love, for those of you that are already in a wonderful, stable relationship, I feel like there's going to be a lot of emotional, loving kind of energy for you. And as I said, if you are not married, I do see a marriage on the cards here for you, and or certainly taking it to that next step, building a home together, making a solid foundation for yourself with another person. Just because that Four of Wands is there, it's very strong, beautiful, passionate energy. But wow, that Ace of Cups, I'm absolutely loving it. And if you aren't in a relationship, and if you have no interest in being in a relationship, this can also talk about self-love. This is you taking care of yourself, nourishing yourself emotionally, making sure that you have all your needs fulfilled, and doing whatever it takes to cherish yourself, look after yourself, do things that make you happy. I feel like in December, you're going to be doing a lot of that as well. But just so happy here for you, Capricorn. Such happiness and joy. It's just wonderful and lovely. And I'm excited for you because you know, this is wish fulfillment here. Your dreams are coming true. Everything you wanted is showing up for you in December. And you're in this wonderful, happy place. So this is just beautiful, beautiful energy. Now, your final card there from the Gateway Oracle deck is Cherishing Self. And that's kind of what I was saying as well here. If you're not interested in a relationship and you're thinking this is never going to happen, or you're already in a relationship, you are really you're loving yourself, you know, and that's not selfish in any way. That's wonderful, because I feel like for a lot of you, you may not have been doing this, but the affirmation for this particular card is I accept and love myself. And the meaning of this card is there are times to put your own needs above the needs and expectations of others. Put yourself first today. Buy yourself roses. Invite yourself out to a sumptuous dinner, or buy that special gift for yourself that you've been putting off. Treat yourself the way you would treat an honored guest. The universe wants you to know, be your own advocate. Spend time cherishing yourself kindly and gently. Focus on what is wondrous and remarkable about you. When you truly care for yourself, you are able to care for others even more and make a difference in their lives. It's difficult to give when your cup is only half full, but when your cup is overflowing, you have more than enough to offer others. In the same way that a flight attendant tells you to put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others with theirs in an emergency, cherish yourself first, and then others will benefit even more. And I really am feeling this kind of energy. You know, the cherishing self card just spoke about when your cup is overflowing, and look at that beautiful Ace of Cups, which is just overflowing. It's brimming over with love and emotion and joy and happiness. So this is really talking about you just allowing yourself to enjoy where you are in your life, to treat yourself with respect, to accept yourself, to love yourself. It's just beautiful, wonderful energy. So I'm absolutely loving this reading for you, Capricorn. And for those of you that are going to be falling in love and meeting that person of your dreams, congratulations. For those of you that are going to be getting married, congratulations, or building that new home. But as I said, a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, a lot of wonderful, beautiful, warm energy for you in December. So have a great month. Take me up on my offer of those free mini readings if you want to become a new subscriber. And for everyone else, if you need to ask me a question, by all means do that as well. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.